So just how smart is evil Morty? Well, he's clearly a super genius, right? We know this because in the episode Close Encounters of the Kind, at the end it's revealed that evil Rick from that episode is not acting at his own will. He's been controlled by evil Morty via a little receiver in his eye patch that appears to be hooked up to his brain. And that's outputting a signal to evil Rick that's allowing Morty to control him. So he's clearly intelligent enough to outsmart or trick a Rick into sedation or whatever to disable his or override his genius with some sort of computer and use his own input to control that Rick's actions. So we know he's not just a robot because he bleeds. You can see scars or not scars. Well, yeah, a scar on his lip, but wounds and stuff on his skin that appear only after being damaged, only after sustaining damage in the episode, and you know, he bleeds out. If I mention that, his brain can be seen in little pink bits underneath the overlapping wires and circuitry in his brain when the counseled Ricks, or not the Ricks, use the defibrillator to take his skull off, the top of his skull. Furthermore, for discerning just how smart evil Morty is, we can use a little bit of a formula here that I've devised. So, as you know, you can hide a Rick's brainwaves with a Morty's brainwaves to cloak his genius. But from another Rick, as Rick states, Rick C137, you can achieve the effect with 5 Mortys in a jumper cable. So that leaves us with 2 options. One, Morty is being needlessly cruel to all these Mortys. The motivation being that Morty perhaps hates the other Mortys for being weak and bending to Rick's will. But he has a big stock of Mortys just waiting in the dungeon, which means he does need to sustain, or at least he really wants to sustain, the exact number of Mortys he has being tortured over his lair. So that would lead us to believe that he either really wants to or needs to sustain that number of Mortys. And if he needs to, that means that his intellect can be quantified by the number of Mortys he has. So if you take all of his Mortys and divide that by 5, then that should be how many times smarter than Rick C137 this Morty is. Because if C137 needs 5 Mortys in pain to cloak his genius, and Morty needs X number of Mortys, however many that is, I'm not insane, so I didn't go through and count them all. And even if I did, I don't think it shows his lair from all different angles. So we'd have to determine the surface area of the dome based off scaling the Mortys and stuff. We'd have to determine how many Mortys are in the obscured area that we can't see, and I really don't feel like going through all that effort. So, evil Morty appears to be the number of Mortys he's torturing divided by 5 smarter than C137. What does this mean for the show? Who's to say? You tell me. I've got a bunch of theories about the show Rick and Morty, so if you want to hear them, let me know, and I'll make more videos about it eventually. Stay swifty, and whatever. I'll see you later.